Alright, what's good, y'all? We back today for, as you can see with the title, X on the Beach Season 5. Their cast analysis. I like doing cast analysis videos. If you don't know, scroll through my page, you'll see a couple cast analysis videos for a lot of these shows because I just like doing it. Like, it's fun for me. But first, before we even get into this, I want to thank y'all for doing what y'all did with the last video. The first video I just posted, the first like back to normal content video I really posted all year, really, with the whole Bad Boys Los Angeles. Y'all ran that up. It's probably my top 3 video of all time that I posted. It's done pretty well. I appreciate that. I got a lot of little subscribers coming through, so I appreciate that as well. Keep that up. Please smash that subscribe button. Thumbs up the video like y'all were doing. Drop some comments, and we're going to be talking about that tomorrow, and hopefully throughout the rest of the season I'm going to try and stick with that. Like I said in the video, it looks like we have a lot to really go off of, so that is a plus because I can get very bored and lose interest really quick. But yeah, it looks like there's a lot to unpack there, so I'm excited about that. And like I said, I got CBS The Challenge. That's coming too. I don't know if I'm going to do the cast analysis yet because it's not official, even though I know it's pretty solid. The spoilers that I see, the people that make those spoilers have a really good track record, so I'm not really doubting that cast. So I might do that soon, but right now we're on X on the Beach. So let's go ahead and get into that. So what we're going to do is start off with the cast, and I'll just go down the line. There's really only, just to preface this, there's really only one person I'm really watching this show for, and if you know me, you know who that person is, but we'll get to that person when I get to him. But we'll just go down the line. The first single that we have looks to be, his name looks like it might be Alain, maybe, Lorenzo. And let me see, I got the people cast reveal on here because it kind of tells where these people are from, as opposed to the MTV one that's just got the bios. But for him, it don't show where he's from at all, so I guess he just might be somebody random. But he's a single, so he is one of the main cast members. And it says that he has always known that he wanted more out of life, had big dreams for himself, so when the time came for him to leave for law school, he was gone with the wind. Unfortunately, he broke some hearts along the way, including the Miami heart that he met, or including the sweetheart that he met in Miami at a bar. Don't know who his ex is gonna be, don't know who they're talking about. I don't know who he is, period, so I don't know what to really expect off of him. Can't really give a real good analysis on him because I don't know who he is, so we'll see what's going on with him. Next we have, it looks like Arisce. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but she is known, let me see. It looks like they got Strut for a show. I guess it's a show called Strut. I've never heard of it. But it says that she knows how to strut her way. So basically knows how to strut her way into a room, but that comes as no surprise. Oh, she's a trans supermodel, so she's transgender. And she's been modeling since she was 17. And they're basically saying she's trying to figure out if she's going to find love. I don't know who she is either, so that's going to be interesting. I'm pretty interested to see what is going to go on there with her storyline, which is interesting. Next, we have Bryce. He's a single. Again, no clue who this person is. There's a lot of people on this cast that I've never seen before in my life, so I don't really know what to expect from him. He is from Too Hot to Handle. Okay. I don't remember him. I mean, I've watched a couple, like Too Hot to Handle, that's a show that I've watched, like, I can really only watch the first 2 episodes, like, fully and, like, really watch it because I get bored after it. I feel like that show doesn't have much of a real, I wouldn't say a premise because you understand what the premise is. You go on the show to try and win money and stop yourself from being tempted to have sex or kiss or just be physically affectionate with somebody and just basically explore them mentally like you really should be in a relationship. So they're kind of testing themselves, but the people get on the show and then they just don't think about the money and they just start thinking with this and this, and not even this, but just this. And they end up losing money. So I mean, it's boring after a while. It's like, okay, they keep doing this, and then you get irritated because she's like, when you watch these shows, you want them to win money, but they don't care to win the money. So it's just like, whatever. But it says that he is the captain of a privately owned party boat. He has the best votes. They said that when he's not making waves on Too Hot to Handle, he keeps the ladies swimming on. So it sounds like he might be a ladies' man. So we'll see what happens with him. Next we have David Barta. David Barta is from Paradise Hotel. I watched Paradise Hotel, the first season that was here, the first and only season that was in the United States. I don't remember him at all. Like, at all. I don't remember him at all. Which is interesting, because a lot of people from that show should be on shows like MTV, like on X on the Beach or The Challenge or just random shows. Like they should have had, like, who else was on there? Carlos, and what was the blonde girl? The blonde girl that was like the bitch of the show, and she got the money stolen from her at the end. They could have had her. They had a lot of people on that show that would be good for these MTV shows, but they ain't put him on here yet. Besides this dude, and he's like somebody I don't even remember. But they say he's a former baseball player. He started his search for love on Paradise Hotel, which most of his exes are now being married. So they're all married. Most of his exes are married. So it seems like they realized that he wasn't it. Left him, found what they wanted. And now he's probably sitting there watching all his exes and is like, okay, well, I want that. So we'll see what happens with David. Don't really know too much about him. Next, we have the reason I'm watching this show, the queen, I'm gonna dub her the queen of modern reality TV, because when you see Davon, you know who Davon is. Even if you don't know who Davon is, you see that clip of her walking out of the Big Brother house, that gift that is just viral, that is still viral to this day, and that was almost probably 6-7 years ago now. She is the truth. Davon, like they said in this bio, has made a name for herself on The Challenge and Big Brother. She's done many different other shows. She's a talented actress. She's beautiful. And I'm just excited she's back on TV. This is likely probably going to be her last reality show. But I'm just excited to see Davon. Like I said, anytime she's on the show, I'm watching. She knows how to steal the show. Hopefully they give her the edit that she deserves and actually shows her, because what I've noticed with MTV, X on the Beach in general, they get like stars like her on the show and kind of give them like a quick little storyline at the beginning, and then just make them be like a B character and just have them running confessionals through the season. And that kind of was what happened with Kenya on season 3. Who else? Yeah, like that's the stars that they really could have had a large focus on the show. They don't really take advantage of that. So hopefully they give Davon a good shot and give her some airtime, because you know she deserves it. She's out of these people on the cast. She's the main get. Like, you're not watching this show. A lot of people are watching this show because of her. So that's just what it comes down to. So I'm excited to see what Davon's going to get into. Next, we have Derynn, Paige. She's from Double Shot at Love. I know exactly who she is. I wasn't a fan of her on that show. I just didn't like how she acted on that show when it came to Nikki. She was jealous. You could tell she was a jealous girl. She just didn't know how to pretty much keep that to herself. She was projecting on the Nikki, and everything that she was jealous of Nikki about, or everything that she was jealous of Nikki for, she took that and ran with it to kind of use against Nikki. But in the end, as you see, Nikki won Pauly D, which she could do better than that. If you want to be frank, she could do a lot better than him. But that's a story for another day. But I'm excited to see what she's got. They're probably gonna bring that dude that was on that show, that stripper that was on the show with her, on here. So that's probably gonna be one of her exes. So I'm excited to see kind of what happens there. Next, we have Jonathan Troncoso. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Where is he from? Jonathan is from World of Dance. Don't remember him at all. I've watched World of Dance a couple seasons, but I don't remember him. He's a professional dancer, obviously, and basically he says staying busy while he was on World of Dance, holding 18 World Championship titles and breaking barriers by having the first same-sex dance. Okay, I remember him now. That makes sense. I remember him now. I didn't remember him just looking at him, but then the minute they said same-sex, it just clicked back in my brain that there was a same-sex couple on the show. So I guess I remember him. That's an interesting casting choice, picking somebody off of a dance competition show. That's interesting to me. But we'll see what happens with him. Next, we have Kyra. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She was on Love Island season 1. I remember her. She's bisexual. So to me, I think anybody is up for grabs when it comes to her. She's beautiful. She is beautiful, so I can see a lot of people flocking to her and wanting to see what she's about. And I'm excited to see her back on TV. Like, that's a good person that they should have had on MTV a while ago. So it's exciting to see her. Next, we have Ranin. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She is from... no clue. They don't have anything next to her. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her before. She looks like she could be quite interesting. She got the tats. She got the attitude in that cast picture. So we'll see what she's about. Next, we have Ray Gantt. He is from Love Island Season 1. I was a fan of him on that show. He's cool. Like, he's just a dope dude. Him and Caro, they were together on that show. And they were together for a while, from what I remember when I followed them on social media. They were together for a while. They did Amazing Race. They're not together now, so I'm pretty certain she's going to be his ex. And we're going to see what goes down with them. Next, we have Alexis Christina. She is an ex. Now we're getting into the exes. So that was all the singles. Now we're into the exes. Alexis Christina, they said that she is the kind of girl you take home to mom. So when she was adored by Ray's parents, so she's Ray's ex, Alexis thought that she was a shoo-in to be Ray's main woman. Unfortunately, things didn't work out, and now Alexis wants to reset the clock on her relationship with Ray. But will Ray see that she can fit in the family picture, or will she be the one that got away? I want to know if she is the ex before Caro or if she's the ex after Caro. That's going to make a big difference in this storyline. Because if she's the one after, with Caro then being there, that's going to be interesting. Because Caro is next who we're talking about. Caro is a ride or die kind of woman, especially when it comes to Ray, who she met on Love Island. She was committed. She got a tattoo to remind her of him. That's not smart. But 9 months later, that commitment came to a crashing end. That's why I say it's not smart. Caro still wants to be Ray's ride or die woman, but the question is, will Ray want to ride off into the sunset with her, or will he leave her looking to get that tattoo removed? That is interesting. I'm excited to see what really went down with them, because I don't even remember how they broke up. Maybe because I wasn't following it. I'm the type of person, if I see you on TV and I like you and you got a decent amount of like personality to where I can see myself like wanting to see what you post every single day, I will continue to follow you. If I like you and I just don't really have that much of a draw to your content, I won't follow you. I don't dislike you, I just don't care to see what you got on your feed. So I don't want it on mine. So that's what happened with her and Ray. I unfollowed both of them because I'm like, they're cool people. I don't have anything bad to say about them, but I just don't care to see what they post. So I'm excited to see what happened because I clearly missed why they broke up. So hopefully they touch on that, which I'm sure they will. So next, let me refresh this page because it's doing too much. Trying to get to the next page, get to the next person. The next person that we're talking about is Dani Coco. She is a fitness queen and Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader alum. Why the fuck are we casting people from Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? This is the thing with MTV nowadays. They cast people randomly from these random shows that make absolutely no sense. But she met her fitness king, David, when they both... So she's David's ex. When they both were working out as personal trainers, their relationship was going strong until David checked into Paradise Hotel. So it looks like he left her to go get on TV. Although she's hopeful David has matured since checking out, will she be smart about choosing... See, I like the little play on words here. Be smart about choosing to sprint her way back into the arms of David. You see how they said that? Smart, smarter, sprint, fitness queen. Yeah. I'm not really too interested in that storyline. I don't really see them probably getting too much camera time. I may be wrong, but they don't seem like the type of people that are really going to bring it. Next we have, it looks to be Elias. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He's the ex. From marrying the love of his life to being divorced only 2 years later, Elias wasn't always the most mature, and his immaturity definitely showed in his whirlwind relationship with his ex-wife. So we got some ex-husbands and ex-wives on here. Nonetheless, the two remained friends until a recent blow-up that ended their friendship for good. The past is all behind him now. Elias is ready to try and prove to keep Ranin in his life. So that's her ex. Interesting. So they were married, and it seems like there was a blow-up. I wonder what kind of blow-up, and if it's an intense blow-up. See if we'll really touch on that. So we'll see what happens there with them. Not much to really go off because I don't really know who either one of them are. So next we have Emily. Emily is the ex of Kyra. And they met on Love Island. I don't think I remember her. Maybe it's the hair. I don't know if she had blonde hair on the show. I don't remember her. That's weird. But she was on Love Island too. Their connection was undeniable, but Emily wound up going home and moving on with someone else. After both of their post-show romances ended, they became inseparable, traveling to exotic vacation spots to spend time with each other. Their relationship was always hot and heavy, but never very deep. So basically, it seems like they're trying to figure out if they really want to be in a relationship with each other. It looks like their relationship was just very flirtatious and kind of like, not a friends with benefits, but like more sexually driven. That's what it sounds like to me. So it seems like they're both trying, well, at least it looks like Emily's trying to be more mature and trying to see what Kyra's really about. So we'll see if that actually comes something. Next, we have Jamar. He was on Big Brother Canada. When Jamar was on Big Brother Canada, obviously, when you see somebody black on the show, at least I'm speaking for myself, but me in general, when I see somebody black on the show, I typically root for them. That's the first thing I do. I try to root for them, unless you got some coon-like tendency, and then I'll just pull away, back away, because like I say all the time, one thing I can't stand more than a racist is a coon. If you are black and you just move like that, I hate you more than I hate a racist, and that's just me being real. Like, I really hate that shit. But Jamar on the show, he got kicked off the show for making gun-like gestures, which in that moment in time, it looked very stereotypical. And he said something about popping somebody, which to me, you can say pop as in like I'm about to shoot you, or you can say pop as in like I'm about to knock you out. I say pop like I'm about to knock you out. If I say I'm gonna pop you, that's what I mean. But he got kicked off of that show, and they said when Ladies Man Jamar met Da'Vine, he had his eyes dead set on her, and they began to build a relationship. But when Jamar joined the cast of Big Brother Canada, he couldn't keep his eyes or other things from wandering. Jamar says that he's ready to make things right with Da'Vine, but will he be able to settle down and keep his wandering eye on the real prize? Jamar seems like, just to keep it a buck with y'all, Jamar, the way Jamar is on social media, Jamar looks like he's just using Da'Vine for a come up. That's what it's looking like to me. And if I'm right, my way of thinking about Jamar is going to turn another way. I won't be a fan. Because he's one of the people that get on social media and want, or not social media, he's one of the people that get on the TV and want to bounce from reality show to reality show. That's just what I'm gaining off of social media. You know, the people that get in people's comments and just be liking and retweeting everything and saying everything, even if it don't have nothing to do with them. That's the type of energy I get from him. I ain't trying to hate, but I'm just saying that's just what I'm thinking, which is very disappointing, like I said, because when I see somebody black, I immediately root for them and I want them to do something good. That, when people get online and be doing all that, I cringe. Like, I can't stand people that do that, but we'll see what Jamar's doing. Hopefully I'm wrong, but we'll see. Next, we got Joelle. He is the ex. After meeting on a popular dating app, Joelle and Jonathan, so he's Jonathan's ex, have had a lot of ups and downs over the span of the relationship. Communication and trust has been their problems, especially after one of them kept their dating app active while already being together for 9 months. Now, that's shady. Which one did that? Well, I guess we're going to find out. That's shady. I'm ready to hear about that. Next, we have Kat Dunn. She is from Big Brother. She is on one of the top 2 worst seasons in terms of just humanity. You got Big Brother 15, that was extremely racist, and Big Brother 21, which was extremely racist. She was a part of one of the, if you don't remember, she was a part of one of the moments that was seen on live feeds, taking Kimmy, who is a black woman, taking her bathing suits and wiping it in her vagina area. Dirty, nasty vagina area, and just thinking it's funny. Her, I want to say it was Annalise and Holly. They were laughing about it, and Kimmy was treated so terribly on the show. Her, what's that dude's name? David Coon. And Ovi, I think that's his name. Ovi, one of the two. They were the colored folk, which I can't stand saying colored folk because that just gives me racist stuff. But they were the black. Those two, David and Kimmy, were black. Ovi is, I can't remember what his actual nationality is, but he's brown. So, put it this way. The white people on the show were very, very microaggressive to the brown and black people on the show. And she was one of the people. She wasn't as bad as most of them were on the show, but she still contributed to it. And when you contribute to stuff like that, you immediately are written off in my book. But just call her fun Dunn. And that's the sad part. She was actually kind of funny too. Like, she had a funny personality, but I can't look past that shit. She's a Big Brother alum known for her energetic, over-the-top personality and tactical scheming ways. Kat quickly caught Ricky's eye, which I don't know who that is. What started out as a social media relationship turned into a long-distance romance, but absence did not make their hearts grow fonder. Now Kat is more than ready to bring the fun back into their relationship. Will she succeed? Seems like she's trying to get back with her ex. We'll see what happens there. I'm just glad they didn't. Oh God, I was about to speak before. I was gonna say I'm just glad they don't have Nick from Big Brother 21 on here, but maybe he might show up as an ex. I guess we'll see in a few minutes. Next we have Mike. Mike is from Lohan Beach Club. I don't dislike Mike, but there are better people that they could have chosen from Lohan Beach Club. Like I've been saying for years, get Janita on this show. Get Kyle on this show. Those are two people from that cast that should have been on TV, on another TV show. But they bring him over here, and he's been getting most of the airtime with the promos and stuff that they put on the TV. Like, they've literally only covered him in his relationship. So him and Arisce, the single that was there before, can't remember how to pronounce her name. But they're exes, and it seems like he was friend zone. Says he caught her attention at the pool party with his over-the-top personality, but was quickly friend zone. As time passed, they got cozier, secretly taking their relationship to the next level. But when monogamy came into the question, they had different views. Okay, so somebody was trying to be monogamous and the other one wanted to just be out here. So we're interested in seeing what that's going to happen. Next, we have Minh-Ly. She is from Big Brother Canada, Jamar's season to be exact. Her and Jamar had a little thing on the show. I don't like her. I ain't never liked her. She just gives me the type of woman that sees and fetishizes over black men. And me as a black man myself, straight, I don't like women that do that. I don't. I'm a type of man that can see through that and realize that that's not somebody I want to be with. Because a lot of those women that fetishize over black men don't like black women. And I can already see what's about to happen here. So we'll see. It seems like she's trying to get back with Jamar. And it says you can kiss a sweet woman goodbye, but Mean is ready to air out all of Jamar's dirty little secrets. She's going to get on here and try and get casted for another show. I already know that. Next we have Nicole Amelia. Ray got another ex. She's known Ray since college. Ray got 3 exes on here. Nicole thought their friendship was turning into something more, while Nicole thought the fun and the ice cream dates were a sign of their romance. Ray thought it was a good old-fashioned friend hangout. So Ray was basically friend zoning her. She caught feelings and took it as a sign. So I'm not really interested in seeing how this plays out, but we'll see. It's happening. Then we have another Nicole Brian. Nicole loves to live a spontaneous life. So when she met party boy Bryce on Too Hot to Handle, I don't even remember her either. The relationship was instant fireworks, but when the show ended, the relationship became long distance and things began to fall flat. So it seems like she's trying to figure out what's going on there, wanting to see if she still has any kind of relationship with her homeboy. Bryce, which is something I'm not necessarily too excited about, but I'm pretty sure we'll see that because MTV likes to put on shit that nobody cares to see. Next we have Ricky. Ricky is the Vegas Chippendales performer who met Derynn in a club on Double Shotted Love, tried to make things work in a long-distance relationship, but it was Ricky's inability to follow through on the only rule they had about their relationship that ended things for good. Will he mature and get to the beach in time to win her back? I'm assuming that rule was to be monogamous and to be with just Derynn, and I guess Ricky being a stripper, he just was like, man, I'm out here. I'm trying to live. So I guess we'll see how that happens. And it looks like lastly we have Cher. Cher is beautiful. She was from Love Island Season 2. I remember her. They said there's never a dull moment when it comes to Cher, which I find kind of funny because she had a dry personality. I can understand her humor, but for the most part on Love Island she didn't really do too much. She was just a pretty face that was there to kind of infiltrate the already then couples. But I'm excited to see, I'm excited to see who her ex is. Her ex is Alain. Says things were going seemingly perfect until Cher was surprised when he suddenly broke up with her. So it seems like he broke up with her out of the blue. So we'll see what happens there. But that is the cast. Like I said, Davon is the main attraction for me. Ray, I'm excited to see what's going on with him, especially since he got 3 exes. So that's going to be interesting. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with the show. Hopefully it's not boring, because season 1 and season 2 were the top tier seasons. You had like Faith on season 1, Corey. That was a good season. Angela was on there. I'm not a fan of her. She's the type of bad girl, the type of white girl that gets on the show trying to act like a black woman. And that's exactly, well, not act like a black woman, but act like her envisionment of what a black ghetto woman acts. And then she takes that and tries to turn it into what she does and gets all this like love and praise, like she really about that action, but she ain't about it because she can't fight. All she does is scream and scratch and claw, but a lot of people hype her up. That's for them. Season 2, I love season 2. Season 2 is probably the best season. You have like Maya, Janelle, Jose, Farrah was on that show. I don't like her. She's racist, but she was funny as fuck on that show. Malcolm, Arisce, Deandra. That was a good season. Fights on there. A lot of storylines. It was just a good season. Season 3 I only watched for Kenya. That season kind of dull. And then season 4 was terrible. I didn't watch that season at all. So hopefully this season's going to be good. We'll see how they edit it. Hopefully they don't edit out fights and drama, because that's what they did with the last couple seasons. But we'll see. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the cast, who you're excited to see, what storylines you're ready to see unfold. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, thumbs up the video, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. This is dropping, I think, in 2 weeks, so I will try to get this out as soon as possible and get that out as soon as possible. But I'll see y'all, if you haven't already known, I'll see y'all tomorrow for Bad Boys Los Angeles. Peace.